After the Mountain Anya dance, I traveled to Oku. The Oku people were celebrating the death of their king, at the same time also celebrating the enthronement of a new king. Cultural groups from all over Cameroon and Oku people from all over the world are here to pay homage to their deceased king and mostly witness something they may never see again in their lifetime, an enthronement of a new king. This ceremony is taking place in the Oku Palace, located in the northwest province of Cameroon. This is the first time an event like this has ever been documented on video. The population will honor their departed king by gun firing throughout the occasion. Cultural groups will sing and dance around the palace, celebrating the late king's life. Throughout the death celebration, Oku women will all wear loincloth until the enthronement is over. Before the new king is presented to the people, the palace juju, which is part of a secret society, will make sure that all the bad spirits are driven away from the palace. This is the most powerful juju in the Oku Palace, and it only comes out when the king is dead. After getting rid of all the bad spirit, the juju will pay their last respect to the empty throne. As the people wait anxiously to see the new king for the first time, the royal horns notify the population that the time has arrived to introduce the king. The Kwikfo, which is the supreme authority of the land, will introduce the king to the people. appeared before the people, wearing a white exotic hat made out of bird feathers. As the king walked past the people, they would bow down and honor him. After the king has made his way around the palace, he will be seated in the palace courtyard, where everyone has an opportunity to see him. With the new king on the throne, the Oku warriors will officially welcome him and show their loyalty towards him. After the enthronement, the Oku people and all the cultural group will start the official celebration of the new king and his lifetime journey as a king.
Fese buzemo mama lemvu kamja besong nugi kwa maluna tuade kambang belo wanangang nabi nang kam na belova fese buzemo mabzulam tumu wabzulam sinka la jalo nyam nang ku jama monkesu nyam nang ku jama monkesu oda jama nang ugas boy abena madianga mbama numunda abena madianga mbama numunda omi kumendo isi sanga fukala mukona da jamte Afrikum timinu ya America o kashibi yengaso Afrikum timinu ya America o kashibi yengaso Kamaruno so nyamfuka wetina laiba etu yuna ewain tolim da fuala amba mubale fu bain sege kimay nafala ne se vend pas au marché. Creativity is not sold in the market. Comme un bani ne courant comme voisin Gwinguta Lana Zindavu Wamolu Chomai Ula la 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 Yichate comme Agana Junga Tain pour ce qui vont comme de temps comme Blamo Yikini yena ngaya senchine kom fighter Daga wine kom kajibam Gwibala koma ilama Ula la 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 Hey, which one ngo meta bese lima fu Samo les yeux
Juju dance from Bamenda coming into display. Are owned by Boys, people from Bamenda. I believe that. A woman leading the juju into the ceremonial compound.
Good evening, dear televiewers, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you are welcome to County Roads, your favorite weekly show. Thank you once again for joining in, and please do not forget to keep on sharing as we prepare to bring on our panelists. So tonight, I am hosting three great comrades from BOYO County as we prepare for the award on the road show, which is arriving BOYO tomorrow. So, with me in the studio, I have the head of resource mobilization, who is our own comrade Francis. Comrade, you are welcome to County Roads.
Thank you, Madam Comfort. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was Comrade Francis Yu, the resource mobilization head for BOYO County. And we equally have with us here the BOYO County Secretary General, who equally doubles as the Fundong local government area chairperson in the name of Comrade Ernest Timge. Comrade Ernest, you are welcome to County Roads.
Thank you, Comrade Comfort, for having us.
Thank you. You're welcome. And lastly, but not the least, is the mother of the house, our own Comrade Florence, who is the head of the Defense Committee of BOYO County and equally the chairperson or the assistant chairperson of that county. Comrade Florence, you are welcome to County Roads.
Thank you for having me, Comfort. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you once again, dear panelists, for joining in. Thank you for accepting our invitation. And we hope that as a team, we are going to make BOYO great this weekend. So, dear comrades, before we go ahead, these numbers do not reflect what we are here to do. It does not reflect the business at hand. So please remember to share and invite other people. I want to equally use this opportunity to send a word of greeting to those who are watching on YouTube, those who are watching on the satellite. Equally, I greet you, especially our brothers and sisters of the other parts of Africa who are not Amazonian. Thank you for always being there with us. Thank you for sharing, for watching and listening to our plight and sharing the story to other people. So thank you once again. And Before we go ahead, we'll first of all use the first minute to observe a minute of silence in honor of our fallen heroes and equally to pay respect to our brothers and sisters who are suffering in the dungeons and all over the world as refugees and equally as internally displaced persons back home. So the minute of silence begins now. May the souls of our fallen heroes rest in perfect peace, and may the God of all comfort comfort every family member who, or everyone who has lost a loved one in this genocidal war launched on us by the dictatorial regime of Yaoundé. So we want to equally use this opportunity again to say thank you to our brothers and sisters, especially those who are suffering in the prisons. We know that it's not easy, but we are with you in spirit. We are working hard. We are fighting hard to make sure that homeland is at hand. So thank you. And once again, dear panelists, you're welcome, and we would like to move straight to business. County Roots, dear televiewers, once again is an educational platform where we learn about our homeland, we learn about our culture, our roots, and our identity. And we equally use this platform to tell the entire world about the atrocities meted on us by the dictatorial old regime of A2D. So, just to begin with, we would like uh, Comrade Francis, if you could please kindly explain to us or tell us what are the various local government areas that constitute the BOYO County and their headquarters.
Uh, Thank you, Madam Comfort, for giving me the opportunity. And welcome
Yeah.
everyone. Welcome Bobby Ennis, now in Florence. Um, I really appreciate the fact that we are here. And these are our fellow corporates that hold BOYO together.
Mm,
So, done our best and we are here today. So, in BOYO, we have four LGAs, starting Bello, Njinicom, Fundong, and Boom. Um,
okay.
I think we are doing our very best to have Boom constituted because there are still some hitches here and there, but I want to believe that with time we'll get that going. But for Bello, Fundong, and Njinicom, everything is ready. So we just hope that within the shortest time, then Boom will find itself together, and we are working towards that. Yeah, we're working towards that.
All right, thank you very much, Comrade. It's good to actually know that Boyo County is that far, it's gone that far with Constitution, and only Boom is left. And hopefully, we hope that in the nearest future, it should be done such that we are complete because we can only be complete when every LGA is functioning. So, thank you once again for
Exactly.
letting us know. Yeah. So, this takes us to another question. If you could please Comrade Ernest, we are here today, like I said. The reason for County Roots is to know our roots, our culture, and so on. If you could please tell us about the famous Afrikum. What is it? What tell us even about if you could extend about the story of the travel of Afrikum to the United States and back and so on. We I think that dear televiewers would like to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Comfort, for bringing us here today. Um, Actually, Afrikum is one of the greatest symbols that we have in common. It's a statue that was carved by Fon Yu the First, Fon Queen the First. Um, Fonyu Funkuyin rule come beginning from 1812. Sorry, I think I made a mistake. I think should be he ruled for 41 years. And he was the one who carved Afrikum. Afrikum is not the only statue. I think we have three of them together, but that particular one that we call Bang, which is the Afrikum that was stolen, brought to the United States, yes, and was finally discovered at the museum in New York, and through some diplomatic negotiations, thanks to one of the Comsons, Thaddeus Ko, it was brought back to the Comland. And while in Cameroon, the Cameroon government under President Ahijo tried to make it as a national that they had to build a museum for it in Yaoundé, and we thank God for some who resisted, and he said if President Ahijo wanted Afrikum to remain in Yaoundé, he can transform the Com Palace to Yaoundé, and President Ahijo saw the implications, and then he had no choice. He had to let it go. He had to ask for his son to take the property of back to the Com Palace at Lycom. I think Brother Francis might add something to it.
Yes, there's still much that we really want to know, because what was the reason? People go to Africa and other parts of the world, they get sculpture and bring over. Why was Afrikum taken back home, Comrade Francis? If you want to add something, please.
We grew up, and we happen to have learned the history of Afrikum from records. So, and what we gathered was that when Afrikum was brought into the U.S. under those circumstances, because we were told it was stolen. So when it was brought into the U.S., it started. I think it was brought to one museum in New York. So it so happened that it started performing this kind of mysterious adventures. As we were told, every night the Afrikum will perform in a way that the next morning when they come and open the museum, they realize that but things have gone completely messed up in the museum. There were statues that were
on the floor,
but nobody not here. So it happened that they came to realize that something was happening inside that museum, and a finger was pointed to that statue that was brought from Africa. Welcome. So the only way, and it continued. What it did, it continued that way. So they realized that in order to have peace, statue needed to be brought to where it came from. And the thing is, common people were anxiously waiting. They couldn't wait because this Afrikum was like their walking stick. It was like part of them. So you know what it means if someone depends on what we call bang, which is a walking stick to walk. If you take that bang away, then you cripple that person. So that's how come people felt when Afrikum was stolen. So when it was brought back, oh my God, that was the highest celebration you can ever think of. So that's the reason why it was brought back. It was brought back because the white man, sorry, let me call it white man. Yes, he couldn't keep it.
Sure.
He couldn't hold it anymore. Yeah. So, and today we are happy that our back to where it's supposed to be. Our famous Afrikum for what the common man is known for. So that is brought back to where today.
And just to add to what Bobby Francis has said, when it was time for Afrikum to return to Lycom, as the companies, on that particular, it was a big day in the land from Bingo. Everybody lined up on the narrow path to ride from Bingo to through Bello, Injinikom, Fundong, and ride to Laikom, and just to welcome it, to show that the people needed it back.
Okay, thank you. This is good to know. But
Okay,
there's one more.
just to add to
Yes.
the story.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
add some tips to the story, because it's
Mhm.
one of the famous stories that the Com people have. In addition to their travel history to where they settle, the Afrikum is called a Com thing, which was
Yeah,
named
I was.
after the first paramount font of Com called Foimbang. That's why sometimes you can hear the name Mbang. Mbang means that Afrikum, still the name of that Afrikum. And it was actually stolen by one of the prince in the Laikom called Yongto, who happened to have known some of the middlemen, because there were some Americans who were specialized in buying African arts. So this Yongto happened to have known one of the middlemen, and then he actually stole the Afrikum and now gave it to the middleman, one of the middlemen who sold to the white people. And the Yongto later was punished. The punishment part of it, I don't want to go back into that. But
Okay.
it happens that while in that, the first owner of the Afrikum in USA actually took the Afrikum to throw it into the river. He threw the Afrikum into the river, and then before he arrived home, he found the Afrikum in the place where it was standing. And why the fingers were pointed at Afrikum was because every morning all these other acts were lying on the floor broken while Afrikum was standing. And it was alleged that it was really speaking in Com, meaning that the font who carved it must have instilled some mystical powers to that Afrikum. So the person that actually found the Afrikum in was Warren Robinson, who knew a bit of the story about Afrikum, now had to gather some of the Com elites in USA. Now bought it for about $30. In those days, it was a lot of money. So, and they brought it back. And one thing should be noted about the French people. Once there is anything that is good, they want to keep it, because they wanted to keep the Afrikum to them for themselves. And they did not care whether the English people has any heritage, attachment to the Afrikum. He did not care that this Afrikum was brought back because of something mysterious about it. He just wanted to keep it because, in power, they want to keep it. And unfortunately for them, the fund at that time could not be bribed, which was for Ingwe. And now the Afrikum came back and it was greeted. When you see the Den guns that we are using today to fight, the same Den guns were used to greet the Afrikum, manifesting the old-time war when the Com people conquered the Germans. And it is important to note that the Com people are very unique as far as their stories are concerned in the northern zone. It's very hilly and valley. That's in my dialect, you are either climbing or you're descending. So this Afrikum was planted on the hill where the Com Palace is, and even the white people who brought it back had to climb to that hill where the Afrikum came from. And they were greeted with these same Den guns, dancing, beating of drums, and voices of women singing and welcoming the Afrikum back. So we want to tell La République that this draft tomorrow, the way that Afrikum was welcomed with Den guns, we're going to use those same Den guns to chase them out. We don't care how many machinery they got. We have already Den guns, and we're not going to throw them away. We will use that to defeat them. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Comrade Florence, because you just encroached into, I don't know what is encroachment, but you actually stretched to where I was going to come You already answered like a question I had in mind, because I wanted somebody to just comment on the fact that Afrikum went right to the United States of America, came back for a reason, but these people were still so daring, not daring, like so egoistic to the extent that they thought that they could still keep it in Yaoundé, because they think that anything good can only be across the Mungo and never where it rightly belongs. So thank you for touching on that. And I think this is rich history. This is tourism. This is something that everybody would like to visit BOYO County the moment we reach home, because you want to see Afrikum. You want to actually touch Afrikum, the guy who went to America, caused havoc, and was brought back home. So thank you so much, dear comrades, for that great presentation about Afrikum. I just hope that someone really enjoyed it like me, because Comrade Gladys, as I says, please tell us the full story, Comrade Gladys. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, because about what I just listened to. Thank you so much. So that said, please, let's go to another thing. Like you said, Comrade Florence, you say the culture is like unique in the northern zone. And I would like us to make an interpretation of one flyer that has been circulating on social media this week. The flyer which is bearing the picture of Comrade Bo Herbert holding a gun on gong, on which is written Ntumfoin. And on that same picture, there is also a picture of Augustine Gomjwa. So could you all as a team interpret this picture? If you could start, Comrade Florence, because you started it by letting us know that your culture is unique. What does Ntumfoin mean? And what does Ntumfoin do in the kingdom or fondom? Thank you.
Ntumfoin means bearing the message of the phone. Ntumfoin means that you're bearing the message of the phone. And Ntumfoin, you must be a trustworthy somebody. Like if somebody tells you that you must be trustworthy in such a way that they can send you to the palace, meaning that you can bear the message of the phone. Very important personality to bear that message. It is not just the message. The message is not supposed to be known by any other person, meaning it's supposed to be secretive. And you bearing that message, you are kind of like carrying the whole of Com on your shoulders. That is why we decided to bring our brother who bear that name. And he needs to understand that the Com people are looking up to him tomorrow, bearing the message of that Ntumfoin to the Com people and across the world. And the symbol of the trumpet is like an announcer, announce to the Com and the world that these things are supposed to happen. This is what we're supposed to do. And that is a traditional symbol of the Com people as well. I don't know if my panelists have something to add.
All right, thank you. Yes, does someone have anything to add to that, please?
Yes, I just want to add that as Ntumfoin, as Nawang Flo has said, that Ntumfoin is the phone's messenger. He bears the message of the phone, and for you to be given that position, it means that you have to be a trustworthy somebody. Ntumfoin Bo Herbert has distinguished himself, and that is why that is that title. And gong in his hand is a symbol. To symbolize, is actually like symbolizing that the drought or something important is coming. And this is just like a reminder to other brothers who are still standing outside the fence. Some of them standing outside the fence and saying that thing doesn't concern us. I just want to appeal that we didn't call for this war. We didn't start this war. This war was brought to us by the enemy, La Republique. We are fighting for independence. That independence is not for us alone. It's for everybody in Amazonia. So, Ntumfoin in his hand is just like sounding a message to the general public that we should come out numbers and then support BOYO.
Okay, thank you very much for that clarification again. And I think this is everybody's getting us. We know, like the comrade said, Ambazonia doesn't need to be some particular people's business now, because when independence comes, Ambazonia is going to be ours, our homeland for 8 million people. So I believe that the message that Comrade Bo is sending out not only to BOYO people but to Ambazonia as a whole, and why not sympathizers of Ambazonia, is that Ambazonia is ours both now and in future. We don't wait to identify with Ambazonia only when it is free. Thank you.
Okay, I wanted to. That song was on two parts. The other
All
part
right.
was the picture of Honorable Agostin Gomjua.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is important. Yes.
Yes. In primary school, let's studying about Honorable Agostin Gomjua when I was still in primary school, uh, because during my time in primary school, he had already departed this world. And
Mm-hmm.
as I grew up, I studied about him and then came to understand that what we are doing now, this war is just what started. He wanted to see us a free people. And it's unfortunate that he left without this assignment completed. And the only thing we will do, I mean, to honor Ngomjua, to honor him, is to make sure that we get to Boya. And to do this, we need to draft so that we can support our volunteers on the ground, defending our homeland and our vulnerable population.
Right.
Francis,
Comrade Francis, if you can, please really add us a bit more. Who exactly was Ngomjua that is so important to us today? Like Comrade Ernest says, we need to complete what or from where he ended. So we are actually taking it. So tell us more, a bit more about Ngomjua before we move ahead. Please, Comrade Francis.
Yes, Pangomjua was, I could call him a beacon of hope for not only for BOYO but for Ambazonia as a whole. Um, before his election, before he was elected to become the prime minister of West Cameroon in those days, under the Federal Republic of Cameroon, it wasn't for nothing that they chose him. So he was a man of his words, and just as a command, he would not sit and watch Ahijo do whatever he wanted to do, hurting the English people, and he would stay quiet. So he was the first to challenge Ahijo at the time, and he know what it means at that time to challenge a lion like Ahijo. So, but he chose to do it. And as I said, then a command is that kind of person that will even challenge a lion and will be willing to fight. So, it's no doubt that today, BOYO people have risen up and their way.
Okay.
You
Seems
will
to close.
understand. So,
Mm.
so it's just what Bobe Joa left behind. So he left people that are that will go and that will grab his DS without waiting for someone to come and give them. So that's
All
what
right.
right now. And will you please come on and draft tomorrow? We have to grab what is ours. You have to take it back. BOYO is ours, Amazonia is ours, and we can't take back our country by sitting on the fence or by watching others do it. We all have to come out and do it. Tomorrow is the day, and it's our day. Come out and draft, everybody. And I'm saying this to all my friends, some who give reasons for not belonging or for standing on the fence. Please look back to what Ngomonjoa used to be for us. Look back for what he died for, and you
All right.
will bigger than everything they might think. Yeah, whatever you have, I have you, JK, talking to you, CK. I just talked to you. You told me these are your problem. What you're not coming in? You're no longer. No, please, this thing is bigger than you and I. It's about a whole country. It's about Amazonia. 8 million people. We want our freedom, and the freedom can only happen if you participate. If you play your own part. Please, we need your support tomorrow. Come out and draft. Thank you.
Well, yes, thank you so much, comrade, for really emphasizing on that, because it's not a joke. This fight, from listening to our panelists here tonight, dear televiewers, we can see that we are only continuing this fight, and we are actually at the tail end. We are the not or the never again generation, because our parents started it since the days of Ngomjua and so on. Even the days of Afrikum, a lot took place. Why did Afrikum finally reach home? Because we fought for it. If not, it would have remained in Yaoundé. We just want to look at those things and see that we are capable of making it, and the time is actually now. So we are not just here to tell these stories to entertain ourselves. County Roots is here to get us study and know homeland, because by the time we get home, we reach home today, tomorrow we're starting off just like, because we really want to catch up, our children want to catch up. Please do not lag us behind. Do your part and get it done. Thank you once again, dear panelists, for your wonderful presentation. And once again, we would like to know, BOYO for some time seems to have been having a bit, has been a bit silent. So we want to know what is at stake. Is there something, are they facing some challenges that you think that the dear televiewers would need to know? Is there something you need to let us know, such that someone would really find reason to get themselves drafted, or to heavily support financially for BOYO County Award tomorrow? Please, Comrade Florence.
Yeah, let me just throw more light on the Ngumjua thing. Ngumjua was one of those who came out from the eastern Enugu, and he came out not just to go and land in French Cameroon. He actually wanted to be free. That is what we should take note about Ngumjua. He was very bold. He would say it as it is, and that's why he was killed. And today, we, the Southern Cameroonians who want to speak and say it as it is, the La République is kneeling on our neck, and France. They don't want us to breathe. But because we are a formidable force, with God backing us, they will not do nothing. They will not kill us as they killed Jua. As I'm looking at the screen, whoever is watching and saying that one Cameroon, federalists, we want to be federated. Ngumjua did not want to be federated. He did not want one Cameroon. He wanted a free Amazonia. And this is what we want today. Because he was killed for his freedom, we are ready to be killed for our freedom. And that is exactly leading to the question that you're asking today. We had challenges, not one, not two, a lot of challenges. And the challenges we had from the beginning were that our boys were being confused from some of the people from abroad who just sit and talk. They don't care how those people live. Our boys have dropped their livelihoods to defend homeland. And all you can do to sit abroad, like Capo Daniel, and cause confusion on the ground. Like Chris Bongam, cause confusion on the ground. And call the boys, give this, give that, to kill one another. Is that the freedom we are fighting for? That is what we had to challenge in BOYO. And if few people did not stand up, like this panelist sitting here, you will not see no BOYO sitting on the name of draft. I'm calling names because I become so emotional when I see people who are ready to sell a nation for peanuts. They don't care who dies and who doesn't. And we will continue to challenge these people. We will continue to stand on the truth. We will stand on the side of the truth until freedom. I can tell you that initially BOYO was on its own. It was actually the county that started this county by county thing. We were hoping that if we make it work, then the other counties can follow. Then, fortunately, the LGA structure was added to it. It became a little bit difficult to, from top-down approach to organize our LGAs. And then, while we were still doing that, there was infiltration, a big-time bomb infiltration into our midst. It took us time to realize exactly what was happening. And then we had to stood up and said, no, we have to follow the APP plan. And I know that other counties are facing the same situation because the enemy is using us to kill us and to destroy us. And it's unfortunate that some of us cannot see this. Some of us do not know the enemy very well. If they say that somebody cannot kill you from outside without an enabler in the house, that's exactly what we are facing in our war struggle. And I wonder what has gone with us Southern Cameroonians. Some don't even think that we can win this war. Some think that is something of some people. Please, I want to tell you that it is real. And there are some people like the Ngumjuas of yesterday who are today ready to challenge the enemy with den guns. I'm pleading on those who want to know the truth, those who like truth, those who like justice should come tomorrow and draft. It is not thing of me, it is not thing of Comfort, it's not thing of Ernest, it's not thing of Bobe Francis there. It is Ambazonia. How will you feel if freedom is coming tomorrow and you are sitting there and say, what are those people doing? How will you feel if your child asks you tomorrow what was going on in 2020? What will you tell your child? What story have you got to tell your child? What story have you got to tell your child as far as the draft is concerned? Oh, there was a time that we had to gather together to bring our money. We call it draft. How will you tell your story? We did call it draft, and I drafted 1,000. I drafted 2,000. I drafted $100. What are you going to tell your child tomorrow? Thank you.
Wow. You actually spoke to me. I feel I'm so into it. I'm trying my best to do mine, how much I can do. But after your presentation, I feel like I need to do a bit more. So I don't know. What about you who has not started yet? Your gap is still there waiting, and you are the one committing the suicide now on the ground, unfortunately. So we just want to come on board and just get going and get home just on time so that we can save a few more lives. I think that we are capable of doing it. So I don't know. Does anyone have anything to add to that, Comrade Ernest, please?
Yes. Yeah, just as to add to what Nawin Flo has said, it has not been easy with us in BOYO. It has not been easy. And today, the fact that we are here talking about it is something to thank God and to thank God because it has not been easy. And we have to stand up and then do whatever thing we could do. I mean, to make it happen. And we also thank God that BOYO has finally restructured into LGAs and county, and we now have a county executive and our LGA structures functioning. So I just want to appeal to all sons and daughters of BOYO to come out tomorrow in their numbers and then support us. Our boys or our brothers and sisters who are in the bushes defending our homeland, they have abandoned everything, and the only sacrifice that we can do is to send our hands in our pockets and then support them through this draft, so that we can actually supply them with the necessary needs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, comrade. I think it's very
And
encouraging and so reassuring. All right, carry on, comrade Francis,
yeah,
please.
I want
Yes,
to add something to that. Yes.
yes, please.
Yeah, I want to add this. When it comes to issues in Boyo, yes, just as Nawain Flaw said, other counties we believe have similar issues, but they're handling them their own way. So it's just like us in Boyo. So, but what I appreciate about this draft is that despite our differences, a lot of people who claim not to agree with the IG or who don't support the IG are in for the draft. A lot of them. They say, you know what? This is a good initiative to raise money for our people. I mean, those are the objective ones, the ones that have come out clearly to say, you know what? I am here for what is good, for what is right. If there's something that will have money for our people to support our in for it, the fact that they will claim they don't agree with the IG or they don't like IG, yes, they're in for it to support this draft. And I appreciate them for that. Uh, despite who kind of say, you know what, I'm not okay, but I just want to appreciate those who have decided that they will join us and do this
Right.
because as a true ambassador, if you really want us to succeed, you will not care where an initiative comes from. When it comes from somebody that you like, from a government like our IG that you say you don't like, but so long as it's an initiative that will bring money to our boys, you go for it. And that's what some of them are actually doing. And I really appreciate them for that, despite our differences. Yeah,
All right.
so
Thank you.
I hope
Yeah.
others who are still to come should come in and join. Please, it is about our boys. It's not about us. It's not about the IG. It's not about Sako. It's not about this. It is about our boys. This money is our money in Boyo. It's going into our coffers, and we are going to decide what to do. So it's not about any. So please come in and join. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, comrade, for making it so really clear that everybody should know when you pay your money, if you're from Ginicom, put it Ginicom LGA because that is exactly where it's going to be spent, both on defense and on humanitarian purposes. But, dear panelists, there is a question here for you, which I am going to read. Comrade Eric Cantona says, I should ask the panelists how they intend to manage the ARF of Boyo, taking into account that there are groups not aligned under the IG like the group under RK. We don't want what is happening in Bui to happen in Boyo. So that's a question to you, panelists. Comrade Florence, thank God you are here. You're head of defense in Boyo. I don't know whether you have something to say to that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the boys in Boyo, they have a structure that they have actually put together. And we are
Right.
hoping that this structure, we are going to see how we can modify it. At the same time, if there is anybody who doesn't want to align, we will not force anybody to align. Because we don't want you to be taking orders from somewhere else and we are funding you. We don't know what you are going to be doing with what we are funding you with. So this is the opportunity for all the forces in Boyo to benefit from. And you can't benefit from this funding while you are standing outside. It will not be acceptable. I am saying it clear to the forces in Boyo. If you want us to fund you, we have a structure that the IG has put in place for all the forces on the ground. And it is important that you become part of that that structure. It is not realistic that you are taking orders from an individual and then coming to benefit from the government. Some of the forces actually, to me, because I'm starting to talk to individual groups, I haven't gone around yet, that the individual doesn't honor me, and that is coming from them. That made me feel, that they are reasoning. And what we want our boys is that they should know the enemy is going to use them and kill them or dump them once their mission is accomplished. If you allow yourself to be used by the enemy, just as we said to those in the diaspora, you have yourself to blame. We actually have no problem with anybody who wants to come in, because these funds is for our fighters. Secondly, we have to modernize whatever they have on the ground. We want to work together. We don't want to sit here and then bring orders for them on the ground. No. We want us to sit on the table together and reason together like brothers and sisters. For the fact that I'm not holding a gun, I hold the money and you hold the gun. So two of us, we need to sit together and talk and have to be frank to each other. The third point I want to raise is that our boys need to know the international community who is who. And the war is not going to go on forever. This war is going to end. And once the war ends, you will either be in prison or you'll be joining the army of Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Because I have no doubt that we are free. It's just a matter of when. Have that in your mind. You either be going to prison or you'll be joining the national army. And that national army comes with a price, because you have fought a good fight and you will be rewarded. Thank you. Wow. I don't know if my panelists have anything to add to it.
All right. Yes. Does anyone have anything to add, Comrade Francis, Comrade Ernest, please?
Okay, let me go first. Yeah, just as Narinfra said, we are beginning to talk to our volunteer fighters on the ground, and there are no two ways. We have to work together, and we cannot fund you when you are when you are outside the government. So we have to be part of it so that we can reason together.
Right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Comrade Francis. Anything else, or you want us to move on, please?
No. Yeah, I just have one. The same, just as Bobby Timger said. We really want our county to be together. We want all our restoration forces to be together in BOYO. We don't want no. They're all fighting for the same thing. Well, the fact that a couple of weeks ago they did what they call one command force with a leader. I appreciate the fact that they came together to do what they did. So, but at the same time, they still they're still like different groups, but working together. So, in order for us to work together as the IG, they need to open up, come closer. As Nawain Flo said, she's the head. She's still working towards that, and I hope that by the end, she should be able to have everybody
on board.
Going. Groups working with other people, and then just coming in for you to come and have or finance going back from somewhere else. We want us to be together where you can basically say ideas. This is what the ideas put in place. This is what we are following, and that's what we want to see happen in BOYO. Yes, because we realize that there are individuals who are basically trying to shift these boys aside or trying to push them to different angles, but we are talking about following structures from a government, which is the IG, that's the Amazonian government. So all our boys should see to it that we work together, please. That's all we want. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you, great panelists. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are watching County Roads with Comfort Convo. And with me here tonight, I've got the great team from BOYO County as we prepare to hit BOYO tomorrow with the award on the road show. And remember, please, if you have searched your mind, even in spite of the presentation, and you've not yet found a reason to get yourself enlisted or to support BOYO financially, I want to remind us here now that BOYO happens to be the county of our comrade, one of our first comrades who was brutally slaughtered by La République du Cameroon in the name of Sam Sawyer. So if you don't have any reason, please, you just want to drop in something because in honor or in respect of Sam Sawyer. We all know how he was slaughtered. It all started with it like a joke when we saw Sam Sawyer happen. We never knew that Pidgin was going to follow, Bali was going to follow, Ngarbu was going to follow, Babanki was going to follow. So please, buckle up, set your pockets, set your minds, find reason to draft for BOYO County tomorrow. So thank you once again, dear panelists. And this is taking us to one of the issues that I like to listen to as we move from one county to the other, because the situations at times they are different, the same, but people manage them differently. So how are you coping with the humanitarian condition? How is it like, and how are you coping? How are you managing it in your own county? Elders, please. You could start.
Yeah, it has not been easy. You know, like we said, we had so many problems in Boyo, but we are coping in the sense that because we first functioned under Boyo Council, and we were able to give support to the wounded, and we provided them assistance financially and morally. So now we have reconstituted ourselves as a county and as LGS, and we have a team of humanitarian that is actually going to focus in that direction. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Comrade Francis, would you like to add something to that, please?
Yes. Yeah. It so happens that we have some individuals out there. I mean, individual non-profit really taking care of our people on the ground. So, and we really want to thank them and appreciate their effort because uh, we have a lot of people right now who are out of their houses and they're living. Some have gone into bush houses and they basically they don't have anything. So we have some groups out there, but they're individual groups though. They don't belong to a government or to it. Yeah. So and they just need support. And I just want to plead on fellow Ambazonians to support some of these groups, especially our boy people. Support some of these initiatives that some people have come up with to support our displaced people. So we just hope that at the end of the day, our people will not have to suffer more than what they're suffering right now. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. On that note, I will equally add that, dear televiewers, fellow Amazonians, and sons and daughters of Boyo in particular, there are people they go to space and create excuses just not to give. I have listened to people who have told me they don't like violence and so they can't contribute because we are using this money to perpetrate violence. This is not true. We are only defending ourselves, something that is protected or is covered under international law. And secondly, please, you are very welcome to pay your $1,000 and give instructions that it should be used for humanitarian purposes. And of course, it's going to go for that reason because we badly do need this money for the humanitarian part of it. We see our people living in bushes now. It's rainy season. Children are born in bushes. Our fighters have bullets in them. So you have no reason to withhold your money. Give strict instructions. This is $1,000. Send it to Boyo County or particularly to Ginicom, LGA, and strictly for humanitarian purposes. And that is exactly how it is going to be used. Please, you have no reason to keep money. Be you a son or daughter of Boyo County, a friend of Boyo, an Ambazonian, well-wisher, sympathizer, please come on board. There's always a reason to give because it's really, really raining on us. So that's it, please. I just want to know from you. I don't know. Comrade Florence, if you could quickly tell us this, please. I know that you are Boyo County. You have all spoken in the past, and you have made us understand that you were in difficulty, which sounds like it is getting much better now. We are getting quite closer to tomorrow as we want everybody to get themselves enlisted. How prepared are you already as a county? Are people like getting themselves drafted at least? Is there hope that tomorrow is going to be good? From what you see your people already doing. Comrade Florence, please.
Yeah, if we lose hope, then we have nothing, do we? We have hope that we are going to draft, but that's never going to be enough. We want every come out and draft. Let me ask this question to you, who is saying that you don't like violence. Who are you asking that question to? Are you asking to the who were mere Okada riders who have never known how to handle a gun? Or you are asking that question to the Cameroon government who declared war, actually? I hate when people point fingers at the wrong direction. I hate it. If an army, our boys are not in the French zone fighting the French people. They are in their own homes, in their own villages, defending those villages. There might be excesses, but those excesses were not there before the war was declared, was it? So I want to find out, okay, you say you want to only feed people, that's fine. But for how long are you going to them? Do those people want to be fed living in the bush? No, they don't. So if you keep giving somebody a bag of rice year in, year out, it's 3 years now. For how long are you going to give that bag of rice? You're going to run out. That's why we are now bringing out a stop so that we can push the enemy out. Our people will come back, and then we will still ask for this money and reconstruct our homes, the homes that were burned down by the enemy. You will not feed these people for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You'll become tired. But if we make in such a way that we organize ourselves, speak with one voice. Some say they are federalists. Where has it led you to? Let us come together and see where we agree, and then do something together. So that we can push the enemy out and then start to reconstruct our houses. These people who are saying that they don't want violence, I think they're just looking for an excuse not to contribute money. That's no excuse not to contribute money at all. So we have drafted ourselves according to LGAs, and now we are coming as a county to see how we are going to come out tomorrow powerfully to show to Ambazonians that BOYO is still standing. Even though they want to clear our legs out and throw us on the ground, we are still standing because we have hope. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Comrade Florence. That is so encouraging. Thank you for speaking on behalf of your people, speaking to your people. I just hope that someone is listening to you, someone is getting moved, someone is searching their hearts and finding reason to get themselves drafted. I just hope someone is searching their pockets to find money. Just get the money flowing, please. Let us flush out the dollars now and get this mess out of our way. And like Comrade Florence said before, our people never used to be beggars. They never used to depend on anybody. These are people who work and fend for themselves. They do everything for themselves. Not until now. They are living wherever they are now. They're disputing space with mosquitoes and insects in the bushes. They are waiting for some rice for all which, if it doesn't come, they will not eat. So which is better? Paying for it or sitting there and complaining and criticizing something that is not worth criticizing? We did not call for this war. The old woman did it, and here we are. Unfortunately, we are the chosen generation. We can only pay for it while our people pay with their blood. So please, if you can, if you can, the lines are open, and if the technician can put it, I've also put it on my comment section. The phone number is +447460266516. If you have a thing to contribute or a question to ask, you can do. Apparently there is a question. Okay, while we're waiting for the call, it's open now. If you want to call, you have the number anywhere, whether they put it on the screen or not. There is a question here for Boyo County. A question to Boyo. We heard of manipulations on the donation links. What is Boyo County doing to make sure people contribute in the right coffers? This is very important. Comrade Francis, please, can you take on that?
Yes. When it comes to that, if they talk about manipulations, yes, I've seen something like that because we have our 4 LGAs and different accounts have been created for these LGAs for people to contribute. But there are other distractors out there who are sending out a certain account, and that account used to belong to the Boyo Council. Anyway, it still belongs to the Boyo Council anyway. But that's not the account that that's the account that we're supposed to contribute money to.
All right.
Are you kidding
Okay,
me?
yes, I will give you time to come back to that. There's a caller on the line. You are going to come back to that. Please let us listen to what they have to say. Hello, County Roots.
All right.
Hi, good evening, and thank you, Malcolm, for this great presentation once again, and huge thanks to the Boyo new executive. Yeah, this is Yaya Foni calling from Germany. I just wanted to find out from the Boyo management team, because we've seen different payment platforms going around for the draft, and so what are they doing to ensure that people actually pay into the right coffers, that they know where they're actually paying into? So I just thought that was important. And thank you for the great work. We are all looking forward to supporting Boyo coming out really strong tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Comrade Yaya. Thanks for calling. Yes. Okay, Comrade Francis, I don't know if you want to continue or you want to let someone else. This is something that's very serious, so we really want to treat it with seriousness. So let us know what is the secure way of going about it.
Okay, let Madam Florence come in and then clear that a little bit before I come in.
Yes, please. Yes.
Please tell viewers out there, if we stand here and say that there's not going to be manipulation, then we are lying. Because we have the enemy roaming around like the hungry lion, looking for somebody to devour. And that person is going to devour even the money that we are struggling to collect, that we have worked so hard to achieve. Let me give my number. If you see any account that you doubt, please ring the number in order to confirm. We have a Boyo wardraft@gmail.com, which is for Europe. Boyo, you need to take note. Boyo wardraft@gmail.com. It doesn't have any capital letters in it for Europe. And you have other accounts for America and so on. What we have done is that the flyer out there, we have put the IG symbol in it. So look out for the symbol and be sure. If you doubt anything, please call my number, which is +44 7405 454475. That's +44 7405 454475. If you doubt anything, please call that number and you will be directed where to pay the money. Do not pay any money if you don't know what to do. Our sister Comfort here, you can also ring her, or you talk to anybody you know to direct you to us, because people are tractors are there, they are not sleeping. Thank you.
All
I don't
right.
know if
Thank
the
you,
question
Comrade.
is answered.
Yeah, I hope so. Comrade Francis, did you say you were going to come in again?
Yes, I was just coming in to share the fact that the other account which I see they keep sharing is the BOYO Council account. If you see in that says BOYO Council, that is not a world draft. I mean, account. It's not. So any account
Mm-hmm.
that has to do with BOYO Council, it is not. That is our account that exists just for regular contributions, not for the draft, because the draft has its own accounts with an S. So
Mm-hmm.
each county has its own account, and we have to follow that. Please don't go into the wrong hands. Without anything, please you just account, please. Yeah, be very
Mm-hmm.
and understand exactly.
Oh, you're freezing.
Yeah, I think Francis is just trying to say that you should look carefully to
Right.
whichever account you want to pay. The BOYO Council is an old account. We are not in the BOYO Council anymore. We are following the
Mm-hmm.
LGA structure under the interim government.
Mm-hmm.
So please do not pay money into the BOYO Council account.
All right.
All
All
the
right.
accounts we have been created new. All of them are new. No transaction has been done into it. So please don't pay money into BOYO Council account.
All right. Okay. In
And
addition to that, okay.
I wanted
Yes.
to add
Yes.
something.
If you,
Yeah, I just wanted to
yeah.
add that, like Noam Flo said, Fundong Ginicom will have separate accounts, and we have one flyer with all the accounts on it. And
Mm-hmm.
please, all those accounts are new accounts, and you see anything Boyo Council, do not pay in any money. Boyo Council.
Mm-hmm.
We are following the
All right.
IG. Yes.
Okay, this is very important that we have made these clarifications, and I would like to add, dear televiewers, and even to the panel, that all of the IG platforms, you can pay your money through those platforms as well. The only thing is, make sure you put the reference. When you go where they ask you for reference, say award for Boyo County. If you want your money to go straight to Ginicom, say award for Boyo and Ginicom, and it will go, because we have 13 representatives from the 13 counties of Ambazonia looking into that pot of money of the IG. So immediately something drops into the central treasury from award, they are going to direct it to where it should rightly be. So you can pay using any IG platform as long as you direct it correctly. Do not forget to say you are paying this money for the award for Boyo. Could be Boyo Fundong, Boyo Boom, could be Boyo Boom, sorry, Boyo, any of the LGAs you want it to go to. And secondly, if you doubt anything, please, we are always there. You can talk to myself, you can talk to Lady Casey, you can talk to Kemi Ashu, you can talk to Prince J.K., you can talk to Comrade Pony Long, you can talk to any of us out there, and we are going to help you with the exact information. But note, it's easy to note that anything you see with Boyo Council is obsolete. It is no longer functioning because we don't have councils, we have local government areas. I think that was something that I think as a team we can get that really sorted. So please, let's go to work and make sure that it happens tomorrow. So I don't know, I'm not sure. I just have 1 or 2 minutes to tarry. If there's anybody who wants to call to add something or ask a question, then please, you can do that. Without which we would think that it was a perfect presentation from the panelists from Boyo County. We really thank you. But before we go, please, we don't do that here. I have anyway, you had the last. Let me see what I've got here. Of course, definitely you have the last minute to at least say a word, because we at times what we believe on this platform, dear panelists, is that when you speak to someone in their local community, directly to their hearts. So one of you is going to conclude in Pidgin, considering people of Boom and the rest of the LGA that do not understand your language. One of you is going to conclude in the local language such that you can at least touch the heart of Mama and Papa them who are watching us on TV back home. So, Comrade Francis, would you like to address the people in Pidgin, please? Yes, so your last word, what do you find important that you want to tell? You have 1 minute to do this, to give a last word to your fellow people before you finally leave. You have a minute to do that, and that could be done in Pidgin, considering that people of there are other areas that do not understand the COM language. Thank you. Comrade Francis.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. My mommy and my papa them. I did beg when I say so tomorrow, Sunday the 19th. Now the day we will go to come out. This war way they can't declare for we so. Now the one way we go find way for see how we'll come out for inside. And for come out for inside, we know just shoot them where they come kill we. We'll give them or do something. If you get your picking, where you're picking there for America, a day for Germany, a day for Europe. And that picking no the contribute money for the palava where they go on so. Take that picking say, you know what no say me no money. If you get the money for send for me, send them first. May go for that government way get them. For that say we free. I beg my mom and papa and say so tomorrow that the day that so. So call your picking them. Call your picking and talk for them. Say this about picking them. Or send them do anything if you do for talk for your picking the way they never answer here. Say may they support this war because we want to be free. Yeah. I thank my mama them, I thank my papa them. I know so when they hear me, I know so when I know how we used to be in those olden days. Now when I know they will believe that fine life. That time we life is there for we as true English people them. We I know very well. And when I will not go wait for see more go back for that time we used to be there. So when I call all I'm picking the mama and papa them, say more they support we. Move free ourselves again and be there free people there and enjoy ourselves again as we used to be. I thank you so much. And I hope say when I will support me tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. There's a call from Ground Zero. I cannot not take it, please. Let's just do this.
Take it out.
Hello? Hello. This is County Roads and you're live.
Okay. Thank you, madam. This is Mr. John Oku. Yes, I call from Santa Nizam County.
Oh dear.
Yes, one for really salute una for the big one we already do over there.
Okay.
And we thank una because the way we already do is encourage we and we not say strongly una there for we back. Even if we not get anything for you for contribute and we get prayers for contribute.
Right.
Even Goliath may talk say we do all things for we. Every day for bush, the time will reach, it will come out, and Bozonia will succeed. May we not mind, no nothing. No, not fear, no nothing. No matter the military, they bring them back. They may do anything for we. God, they just laugh. God, they give them warning. They need the year. By the time they reach where God the action, it will take place and they will share.
Wow.
And not get enough or talk, but I get thanks for give una.
Well.
Then when I go right ahead, with the come behind una, think they wanna talk with the respect them, because we the two see them say una the match with the for una back. Then when I go that for before.
Wow.
Down una plane.
Thank you too very much. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your call and your encouragement. Thank you so much. I want to give you courage and together we will see Boya. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Yeah, so we all heard the caller from Ground Zero and Yeah, they move me each time they speak. We can only draft for BOYO tomorrow. So over to you, Comrade Ernest. You want to speak to someone in the language that they understand. And yeah.
I will leave the compact to Nawai Flo.
All right.
Thank you so much, Nawai Comfort. Let me address you as Nawai. As Nawai Florence said, that we have reached a point where we cannot lose hope. Because if we lose hope, then we have nothing left. So we have reached a point of no return in this struggle. And the only way out is that we have to draft. And we have to draft in order to free our homeland. And that is the message. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Comrade. Thank you. So, yeah, now I flow.
I want to shout out, give una 21 gun salute for all man with the watch we. And I want to thank that Papa we don't call we from ground zero. We don't hear your cry, Papa, and we no go sleep. As I talk for you, so I need to sleep. And any man way he want for the sleep, they make noise, they disturb others. Me know say some people in there where they walk. Oh.
Right.
Are they ever surprised for now I'm coming here? Because the way they walk, I they wonder. And then when I walk my own, I say, this thing they so now my own buy private property. Ambazonia na for we.
Before you go ahead,
not for some particular person.
Before you go ahead, my Florence. Actually, here we were expecting say you talk now that country talk where grandma and grandpa they understand you. Yes, I feel you all right. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I talk pidgin because I want to salute the people they were where they don't watch we and they don't be patiently. They watch we because maybe all man they understand come now. I go knock am, no worry. Maybe now we think. So I want to talk say if you no get no nothing, where you get only your voice for support we day, palava no day. We dey welcome at that so because that voice dey give you energy, it give you power. For this time, who know say this so for people then for back day they support we. Because Chris Ano be they ask some man yesterday say for ground zero, now which percentage be independence and which percentage support. The person they talk not go for that side. When we talk for ground zero, would they happy? Would they not say when they for back? So my contribution she done that so
yes.
Hello.
Yes. Let me answer. This one is from ground zero. They have been insisting. Sorry, it's hard. It's hard at times for letting people like that. Sorry about that. Hello, County Roads. Your life, please.
I salute now.
We salute you too, brother.
Hello.
Hello, we hear you. You be live. You did live.
Yeah, the salute now. I want to say all we for ground zero would do for our back. I would want to say, and I would want to say, which way on the work, na very good work. Would the time on would also pray God, say, make God do this thing, make God give una power, and make God make a more take back our country for the people then because they are under over too much, they are under over too much. So we pray God, say, make God separate the truth and the lie, and those lie with those people then they make them for we. So they who the prayer for una. So I be really want to talk with you privately. I don't know whether after this show whether you make a meeting and you talk. I guess some important I want to talk for you.
All right, you pick call me after the show, okay? Or just send me a message. Tell me say you will be called during the show because I'll get lots of messages. I'm not gonna know who be who.
Okay, cool. Right.
All right.
Thank you, man.
All right, thank you. You too. Yeah. Okay, small time. Thanks. Bye. Yeah. So now why? What?
Yes. I don't know whether we don't finish that pigeon one. Mungkin setong tu
lekom.
Mungkin setong tu lekom se borum na nagam na. Achi akfeng mai tika ina binjang jangwai na binjangwai na wu. Wana binjangwai otunga wabo wafuse. cho njang wanate njang wain je main atu tang te invisible na se gili mai sia ko ke na kala se bin jang wain na ye se tunga wo no mo vata wa no mi la eka wa mosa moms no na di a se jang se bena mun kala ka wai na gam ikwa ka webo ma cho njang wanate king se bena wa kese fangi la na independent ye na ingvi wana kana wala alibus. It is compulsory. Wana konga wana do can say bena oh I don't want violence. Violence na ye ingi bula tikinigas. So zingmos a case la. And I want to end by saying that a time is coming when you will call comfort and comfort will tell you I don't have your time. When you call me, I will tell you I don't have your time. It is not a prophecy. It is reality. If you don't pay today, you'll pay tomorrow and may not even take you. So be rest assured that the time is coming. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's close with this one. All right. He's gone. He's gone. Right. Thank you so much, Comrade Florence, Comrade Francis, and Comrade Ernest for a great presentation tonight. Thank you for everything you told us. I'm so excited. I'm so happy what I got today about Afrikum. I did not know that much about it and so on. And please, once again, before we go, I want to remind you that if all of the things that you have heard tonight, nothing is moving you yet to contribute, remember that Sam Sawyer, who was actually slaughtered like a goat, came from BOYO County. Could that be a reason for you to finally think that, oh yes, I am going to pull out my $1,000? Remember that the mothers that we saw digging graves to bury their own children, who were Ambazonia restoration fighters fighting to defend homeland for you and I, some of them, the pictures came from BOYO County. Could that be a reason why you should get moved and say, finally, I found a reason to pay? There are so many reasons, and above all, now that we speak, a child is being born in the bushes, no blankets, no food, nothing. Could you finally find reason to pay money? And homeland, unfortunately, we must make, and that's just the way to go. Thank you once again, dear panelists. Thank you, dear televiewers. Thank you for your time. Thank you for always being there. And please, set your hearts tonight, set your pockets. Let's make it great tomorrow. Let's make the great BOYO County, which is just rebooting, let's make it even greater again, because of course we are capable of doing that. Thank you once again, and see you soon. Bye. Comfort Control.
Kalije kumona kai ana chiu kasiku ya chum safety misiku awen kunba awen kunbe yan awen kun chana ko awen kun fumona yumde sambina asia tete asingo ni yung bote nyandong bonga Fumona yung dabo tenywan dong bong lesen kuan lam dong yang saben isna yado bo tenywan dong bong jana ko bo tenywan dong bong lesen kuan lam dong yang saben isna yado if se buzimo mama lem vukamja song gikwa manuna tuade yeah se buzimo mamzelam tumu wabzelam sinka la jelo nyam nan ku jama bonkasu nyam nan ku jama bonkasu wata jama nan uga se boy abena ma jangam bamandu munda abena ma jangam bamandu munda wami lomi kumendo isi sanga fakala mwana na jamde afu kama timinu ya Amerika o kasiki yengaso afu kama timinu ya Amerika o kasiki yengaso kamaruno bote nyandong bonga fumuna yungta bote nyandong bonga la selwa donga yaso bote nyandong bonga jana ko bote nyandong bonga la selwa donga yaso e pese buzimo mama lam vukamja musong gikwa manuna tuade kambang bolo wanangang nabinang kam na balova pese buzimo mabzulam tumu wabzulam sinka la jelo nyam nan ku jama monkasu nyam nan ku jama monkasu oda jama nan uga se boy abena ma jangam bama numunda abena ma jangam bama numunda womi lomi kumendo isi sanga fakala mwana na jamde afu kama timinu ya Amerika o kashiku yengaso afu kama timinu ya Amerika o kashiku yengaso kamaruno so nyamfuka wetina laiba eto yina ewain tolim da fuala amba mubale efu bwen sege kimwe nafala ne se vend pas au marché. Creativity is not sold in the market. Agaya na komye na nunyam sugo yibutwa kom anga ne bani ne kuong kom buazeng winguta alana denda fu wa molucho mai ula la agana junga tai fu se kui point com de tang de com blamo yikine yena ngaya senchine com fighter daga wine com kaje bam gui bala koma ilama ula la Chou n'en va pas t'avancer les mains. Ça mord les yeux.